May 24th, 2022, Tuesday. Today's devotion verses Psalm 115, verse 13. He will bless them that fear the Lord, both small and great. As we read this devotion verse, our attention goes to another great character of God, and that is impartial God. In Acts chapter 10, verse 34, Peter says, God is no respecter of person. Further, in verse 35, Peter declares an important principle. But in every nation he that feareth him and worketh righteousness is accepted with him. Our God is impartial, and whose eyes are equal, and only desires to bless all his people. The whole creation we see is the result of God's blessing. In Psalm 115, verse 3, Psalmist praises God by saying, Our God is in heaven, he had done whatsoever he had pleased. Going down to verse 15, the psalmist confirms and encourages, Ye are blessed of the Lord, which made heaven and earth. This means our God blesses with heavenly blessing and even earthly blessing. We know the most important thing of this physical life is all provided to us by God, and it is for all. In Matthew 5:45, Lord Jesus said, For he maketh his sun to rise on the evil and on the good, and sendeth rain on the just and on the unjust. In Acts 14:17, Paul said, He did good and gave us rain from heaven and fruitful seasons, filling our hearts with food and gladness. Thus air, light, water, food, and everything to make us physically good and glad God has given. But heavenly blessings are far more important. Psalm 32:1 gives us first and foremost heavenly blessing. Blessed is he whose transgression is forgiven, whose sin is covered. To forgive our transgression and cover our sin, our God had to become man and shed his own blood. Without shedding of blood, there is no remission of sins. Hebrews 9:22. Lord Jesus fulfilled this law on our behalf. That same precious blood has made a new way for us to enter the most holiest. We who once were hell-bound are now heaven-bound by the efficacy of the blood of Lord Jesus Christ. Thus, it is so true in Psalm 115:13, He will bless them that fear the Lord, both small and great.